Nepal was reeling from the armed conflict. Many people had lost their lives, many people had been injured, and countless others had been displaced from their homes. Many people had been involuntarily disappeared. People were being humiliated from both the sides of the conflict on a daily basis, and they were suffering from the whimsical demands of the armed combatants. People holding the guns had the final say in every aspect of the society, and what they said was the law of the land at the given moment. The general population was afraid to speak against both parties of the conflict. The basic rights of the people were being violated, and no particular agency was proactive in safeguarding them. There was little or no incentive for the government, society and its organizations to be transparent. They were lagging behind in transparency from earlier times, and this continued during the period of conflict. Some of the actors in the government, society and its organizations were trying to reap the benefit from the conflict in different ways. There was lack of confidence among the organizations, especially the non-governmental organizations. They could not think of doing anything without the external support. The practice of like-minded organizations coming together, mobilizing their resources and doing something had not taken roots among the organizations. Those in power were less responsive about the issues concerning the people. They were less concerned about the aspirations of the common masses, and it seemed that the state machinery was used to favor the elites. This apathy towards the common people also contributed in continuing the conflict. The young people, who were the most active and the major portion of the population, were not taken seriously enough. Their concerns, aspirations were given less importance than those issues deserved. They did not have the platform to discuss the serious issues the country was facing. They could not easily get involved in works which were considered as works demanding serious thinking and hence relevant to their future careers. People were desperately craving for sustainable peace, but it could not take a concrete shape. It was imperative for the government, the society and its organizations to address the issues discussed earlier for the sustainable peace to be realized. To pressurize these actors to take note of these issues, it was important to be the change that one wanted. The collective campaign for peace was born after the like-minded organizations led by the proactive youths came together with the main objective of addressing these issues up to the extent that civil society could achieve. The initial expenses of its secretariat were borne by the member organizations themselves. Later, a German NGO provided the financial assistance to cover the operating expense of the secretariat. The program was the first organized civil society intervention in the issue of involuntary disappearance. It was instrumental in breaking the ice in protesting the atrocities committed by both the parties of the conflict. It saw a significant participation from people of different walks of life and encouraged other organizations to take up this issue seriously. King Gyanendra had dismissed an elected government on the charge of failing to conduct the polls and appointed a prime minister to take charge of the country. The political parties started their street protest programs against the king's move and also the government appointed by him. COCAP mobilized its staffs and volunteers, most of whom were young people, to monitor the protest programs, to encourage both the parties on the street to respect the human rights and to intervene if human rights violations take place from any side. The mobilization was effective, which helped reduce the level of bitterness among the opposing sides on the street and dramatically reduced the number of injured on both the sides. Although most of the staff and volunteers were young, they discharged their duties with high standards of professionalism and earned respect and trust from both the sides.
यहाँ पहिला सुरुमा धेरै साथीहरु आउँछन्, उनीहरुले सोध्छन् यो साच्चै हो र भनेर सोध्छन्। पहिलो चोटी आउने व्यक्तिले यस्तो विधानमा मात्रै होला, साच्चै छैन होला भन्ने चाहिँ उनीहरुलाई कतिपयलाई लाग्दो। तर उनीहरु जब 8-10 दिन यहाँ बस्छन् र काम गर्न सुरु गर्छन्, त्यसपछि ल मैले त एकदम नसोचेको कुरा हुँदो रहेछ भनेर उनीहरु चाहिँ वर्षौंसम्म चाहिँ स्वयंसेवा काम गरिरहेको हामीले देखेका छौं। र अर्को कुरा के भन्दाखेरि यहाँ हामीले जस्तै विभिन्न अभियानहरु हामीले चलाएका छौं, तर अभियानहरु हामी थोपर्दैनौं। हाम्रो विचारमा यो एउटा सचेत युवा वर्गको एउटा भेला हुने अखाडा हो र भेला हुने बित्तिकै मानिसहरु चाहिँ अहिले नेपालको सामाजिक, आर्थिक, राजनीतिक क्षेत्रमा चासो राख्ने व्यक्तिहरु भएको हुनाले स्वाभाविक रूपले उनीहरु विभिन्न विषयमा चाहिँ चर्चा परिचर्चा गर्छन्, छलफल गर्छन् र छलफल गरिसकेपछि ल देशमा समस्या यस्तो रहेछ, ती सबै समस्या त हामीले समाधान गर्न सक्ने कुरा भएन, तर हामीले हामी 100, 200, 400, 500 सङ्गठित भयौँ भनेदेखि हामीले कुनै स्वयंसेवी रूपमा आफू विश्वस्त भएर यो यस्तो किसिमको अभियान चलाउनुपर्छ भन्ने आफूलाई यही छलफलको क्रममा उनीहरूले देख्न सुरु गरेपछि उनीहरूले ल आफैले मिटिङ डाक्छन्, स्वयंसेवीहरू आफैले मिटिङ डाक्छन् र उनीहरूले भन्छन् ल अब यस्तो किसिमको अभियान चलाउनु पर्ने आवश्यकता देखिन्छ, साथीभाइहरूको के विचार छ भनेर उनीहरूले त्यो प्रश्न राख्छन् र त्यसमा कतिपय यस्तो छलफलमा होइन यो गर्न सकिँदैन, हाम्रो रिसोर्स पुग्दैन अथवा अहिलेको लागि यो सान्दर्भिक छैन भन्ने निष्कर्ष पनि निस्किन्छन्। तर यसमा चाहिँ धेरै साथीहरू कन्भिन्स हुनुभयो भनेदेखि चाहिँ यो सान्दर्भिक छ, यसमा हामीले गर्नु आवश्यक छ, यो देशले मागेको छ, यो मुलुकले मागेको छ र हाम्रो स्रोत साधनले भ्याउँछ। हामीलाई यो बिना कुनै प्रोजेक्ट फन्डिङ हामी स्वस्फूर्त ढङ्गले हाम्रो स्थानीय स्रोत साधन जुटाएर हाम्रो आफ्नै स्वयंसेवी योगदान मा मात्रै आधारित भएर हामी यो काम गर्न सक्छौँ भन्ने निर्क्युल गरिसकेपछि विभिन्न अभियानहरू हुने गरेका छन्। त्यसले के गर्दछ भने यो अभियान मेरै हो भन्ने एउटा अपनत्व बोध, स्वामित्व बोधको चाहिँ भावना जगाउँदो रहेछ भन्ने हामीले त्यो अनुभव पाएका छौँ। त्यस्तै अब हामीले कोक्यापले के गर्छ यो पनि हामीले मूलतः दुई किसिमका काम गर्छौँ। एउटा जो सञ्जालमा साथीहरू हुनुहुन्छ उहाँहरूको क्षमता अभिवृद्धि गर्ने, एक किसिमको सूचना आदान प्रदान गर्ने काम गर्छौँ।
One of the strengths of COCAP is that it started the system of making the finance public. Till then, it was considered as an issue that ought to be known only to the handful of the people on top of the government or organizational hierarchy. COCAP was on the other hand of the spectrum. It periodically published its financial records and has the provision of allowing anyone interested in its finances to check the bills, vouchers and contracts which it had signed with the donors. It encouraged other NGOs, especially its member organizations, to follow suit. Due to this campaign, there was mistrust among the member organizations. However, these issues were discussed extensively in the board meetings and general assemblies in a democratic manner and the mistrust dissipated. COCAP regularly holds its board and general meetings where decisions are made in a democratic manner. The composition of the board member is inclusive as certain numbers of positions are reserved for the marginalized groups, gender and regions. The coordinator of the organization cannot hold the post for more than 2 terms. The staff selection process is transparent and inclusive with a separate committee appointed by the board making the decision and certain points awarded to promote the candidates from disadvantaged groups, gender and regions. The organization has been a good platform for the organization outside the Kathmandu Valley. These provisions have helped COCAP gain legitimacy in what it has been campaigning for. COCAP has a resource center with a wide variety of periodicals subscribed and a good collection of books. The center has been open for the public and it provides a place to increase the horizon of one's knowledge. When the government was fighting against the armed insurgency, it sought help from other friendly countries which they provided generously. But the support, especially the military assistance from the friendly countries, was being used in the violation of human rights. COCAP raised this issue and campaigned for the assistance to be provided to Nepal conditional on its human rights situation. This campaigning had some positive effects, with the countries thinking once again before providing the assistance and the security forces being more cautious about their human rights records. After the king dismissed an elected government and took over the powers, there was a debate on whether the human rights and democracy are separable or not. COCAP led the debate firmly, believing that those two concepts cannot exist in isolation. It also believed that without democracy, it is difficult to enjoy the basic human rights. Thus, COCAP held the view that it was imperative for the civil society, political parties and other sectors of the society to struggle to restore the democracy before hoping to see basic human rights. With the view of mobilizing the masses to express their views and in turn fight for democracy, COCAP, in association with other like-minded organizations, organized People's Initiative for Future Nepal 1. This program had around 30 parallel sessions on contemporary topics ranging from international solidarity for Nepal's democratic movement to citizenship issue to the issue of natural resources management. Most of the participants were from outside the valley. This was deliberately planned as people and organizations outside the valley have a little say in the state affairs and their voices are not taken seriously enough by the concerned authorities. All the expenses related to this program were covered from the internal resources of the participating organizations. The venues were provided for free by the student union of various campuses and the accommodation and food for the participants were provided by individual well-wishers of the participating organizations on a voluntary basis. This was one of the few programs in which political leaders who were at most times giving speeches were listening to what people had to say. The participants were from different groups, ethnicities, regions, and female had a significant representation. The conclusions of the different workshops were read out at the end of the program amidst a mass gathering. The finance was presented to the gathering masses and it highlighted the invaluable contribution of the volunteers in making the program a success. It made COCAP and other participating organizations confident that programs could be conducted without any external support if many organizations come together for a common cause. When the king took over the executive powers of the country and started the direct rule, COCAP along with like-minded organizations and individuals campaigned for the human rights and the democracy. COCAP building was the center of the civil society movement that gained the trust from the public and the political parties alike. COCAP secretariat was instrumental in coordinating the civil society movements in Kathmandu. COCAP member organizations played a key role in leading and coordinating the civil society movement outside the valley. Alongside the involvement in local and national level, COCAP, in coordination with International Nepal Solidarity Network, had lobbied in favor of democracy, human rights and peace internationally, especially in the United States of America. During those campaigning, documentaries prepared by COCAP volunteers were screened to inform the audience about the democratic movement and the life under the king's direct rule. COCAP has provided opportunities for the youth to volunteer in the areas of peace, democracy and human rights. It has appreciated the contributions that the volunteers have made to the image of the organization and society at large and has a volunteer representative as a board member. The representative is democratically elected by the core volunteers, those who participate regularly in its programs. The volunteers are professional and passionate about the work they do. COCAP organizations' regular sessions are conducted by experts to make them aware about the contemporary issues and the issues related to their works. It also works closely with young and dynamic leaders to lobby for the human rights in terms of democracy and transparency. This is what some of the leaders who have worked closely with COCAP had to say about the organizations and its programs.
COCAP को तीनवटा भूमिकाहरु मैले देखेको। एउटा भूमिका COCAP का स्वयंसेवक साथीहरुको जनआन्दोलनका क्रममा आयोजना गरिएका विभिन्न खालका कार्यक्रमहरु, खास गरिकन प्रारम्भमा युवा विद्यार्थीहरुले आयोजना गरेका विभिन्न कार्यक्रममा स्वयंसेवक साथीहरुको उपस्थिति ले मात्रै पनि आन्दोलनकारीहरुको साहस बढायो। म आफै त्यसको एउटा सदस्य, म आफै त्यो आन्दोलनको सहभागी एउटा सदस्यको हैसियतबाट पनि म अनुभव गर्न सक्छु। अहिले पनि कोक्याको साथीहरुको उपस्थितिले मात्र पनि हाम्रो साहस बढाउँथ्यो, एक ढंगले अलिकति सुरक्षित महसुस गरायो र उहाँले आन्दोलनका क्रममा घाइते साथीहरुलाई उद्धार गर्नेदेखि लिएर घटनाहरुको यथार्थ जानकारी प्रेसलाई उपलब्ध गराउने यो एउटा पक्ष। दोस्रो पक्ष कोक्यापले गरेको अर्को महत्त्वपूर्ण भूमिका भनेको उहाँहरु आफै एक ढंगबाट आन्दोलनमा सक्रिय हुनुहुन्थ्यो। मानवाधिकारको क्षेत्रमा काम गर्ने संगठन हुँदा हुँदै पनि एउटा प्रोएक्टिभ रोल पनि कोक्यापको थियो। आन्दोलनलाई विभिन्न ढंगबाट ऊर्जा दिने, कहिले यो नागरिकहरुको अभिमत देशैभरिबाट जम्मा संकलन गरेर त्यसलाई सार्वजनिक गर्ने विभिन्न ढंगबाट आन्दोलनलाई गुणात्मक योगदान थियो। तेस्रो सबैभन्दा इम्पोर्टेन्ट चाहिँ मलाई अहिले पनि स्मरण छ, जतिखेर राजनीतिक पार्टीहरुको आन्दोलन धेरै सुस्ताएको थियो, त्यसपछाडी र यो बेलामा एउटा संगठित नागरिक आन्दोलन अगाडि बढ्नु पर्दछ भन्ने सामान्य गफगाफ भइरहेको थियो र त्यो पहिलो कोक्यापको पनि सक्रिय नेतृत्वमै पहिलो पटक कोक्यापको कार्यालय भएको बिल्डिङमा नै पहिलो पटक नागरिक आन्दोलनको पूर्व तयारीको बैठक बसेको। यो लोकतन्त्रको लागि नागरिक आन्दोलन भन्ने त्यहीबाट जन्मिएको, त्यसमा उहाँहरुको ठूलो प्रयास छ र त्यही प्रयासबाट जन्मिएर हामीले पहिलो पटक रत्नपार्क हाम्रो हो भनेर त्यो नाराको साथ आन्दोलन गर्यौं। यसरी तीनवटा महत्त्वपूर्ण रोल चाहिँ गएको जनआन्दोलनमा कोक्यापको रह्यो भन्ने मलाई लाग्छ।
As the number of member organizations increased significantly, it was a bit difficult to coordinate their activities and provide them support from the center. So COCAP started the concept of focal points, whereby a focal point coordinates the activities of and supports the member organizations. Staffs are hired for focal points and they report to the central secretariat about the progress and also to ask for the assistance. The focal points have helped in enhancing the professionalism and organizational capacities of the members and in increasing their visibilities. During the mass movement of April 2006, COCAP volunteers in their orange jacket were in all major flashpoints trying to protect the basic human rights of all those on the streets. It had provided emergency assistance to the protesters and the security personnel injured during the course of the protest. It also documented the mass movement in audio, video and photography media. When the government tried to enforce a total news blackout, disallowing any curfew passes to the press, human rights activists and even the UN, COCAP assisted in rescuing some of the injured protesters and taking them to medical centers. They also filmed the action on the ground amidst the curfew and provided it to local television channels to broadcast, which was widely broadcasted all over the globe. Its daily monitoring report during the period of movement was highly appreciated by the people from all walks of life. The member organizations also played a key role in coordinating the local movements and at times in defying the curfew orders imposed by the local administrations.
खास गरी कोक्यापको भूमिका जनआन्दोलनताका चाहिँ अलि बढी सक्रिय थियो जसरी अब कोक्याप चाहिँ हिजोदेखि नै शान्ति लोकतन्त्र मानवाधिकार र अग्रगमनका लागि क्रियाशील थियो त्यसमा खास गरी स्वयंसेवकहरू मार्फत र जनआन्दोलनमा मानवाधिकार उल्लङ्घन हुन सक्ने सम्भावनालाई हामीले मध्यनजर राख्दै त्यसमा बढीभन्दा बढी ठाउँमा हामी पुग्नुपर्छ र बढीभन्दा बढी ठाउँमा कोक्यापको उपस्थित हुनुपर्छ जसले गर्दा दुईटा तीनटा कामहरू गर्न सकिन्छ भन्ने हामीलाई लागेको थियो। ती दुईटा तीनटा काम भने के थिए भने एउटा चाहिँ हाम्रो त्यहाँ उपस्थितिले मानवाधिकार उल्लङ्घनको घटनालाई थोरै भए पनि रोक्न सकिन्छ भन्ने लागेको थियो। त्यो हाम्रो अलिकति सफल पनि भएको थियो। दोस्रोमा हाम्रो त्यहाँ उपस्थितिले जनआन्दोलनकारीहरूलाई थप उत्प्रेरणा र ऊर्जा प्रदान गर्नेछ भन्ने लागेको थियो। त्यो पनि केही हदसम्म पुरा भएको थियो। तेस्रोमा जनआन्दोलनमा कोक्यापको उपस्थितिले हामी प्रत्येक दिन कोक्यापले बुलेटिन निकाल्ने गरेका थियो। राष्ट्रिय तथा अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय दर्शकहरूलाई मध्यनजर राखेर प्रत्येक दिन कहाँ के भयो, मानवाधिकार उल्लङ्घनका घटनाहरू कहाँ के भयो, कतिजना पक्राउ परे, कतिजनालाई मारियो, कतिजना बेपत्ता छन्, कतिजनाको अङ्गभङ्ग भएको छ, कहाँ जुलुस निक्लिएको छ, त्यो काठमाडौँ मात्र हैन काठमाडौँ बाहिर के छ जनआन्दोलनको समग्र सिनारियो दिने। त्यो चाहिँ हामीले लाग्छ त्यतिखेर अत्यन्तै महत्त्वपूर्ण भूमिका खेलेको थियो भन्ने लाग्छ। प्रत्येक दिन हामीले सूचनालाई केन्द्रीकृत गर्ने गर्थ्यौँ काठमाडौँमा र त्यो सूचनालाई प्रत्येक दिन साँझ हामीले मिडियाहरूलाई र अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय समुदायहरूलाई र राजनीतिक पार्टीहरूलाई उपलब्ध गराउने गर्थ्यौँ। हाम्रो एउटा बुलेटिनका मार्फत प्रत्येक दिन जनआन्दोलन बुलेटिन निक्लेको थियो। 19 दिन नै त्यो काम गर्थ्यो र कुनै बेला त एउटा यस्तो चरणमा आइपुगेको थियो सबैलाई जनआन्दोलनमा कहाँ के भएको छ भन्ने पाउनको लागि कोक्याप बुलेटिन नै एउटा सबभन्दा आधिकारिक स्रोत, सबभन्दा विश्वसनीय स्रोत पनि बन्न सफल भएको थियो।
After the successful completion of the April mass movement, people's aspirations had changed dramatically. To provide a platform to air their views, opinions, aspirations, COCAP, in coordination with other like-minded NGOs, conducted People's Initiative for Future Nepal 2. The format of this program was similar to the People's Initiative for Future Nepal Part 1. Leaders of the major political parties had participated in various workshops conducted on wide-ranging issues and listened to the changing aspirations of the people. It saw significant participation from various parts of the country with sizable women participation. When there was a national debate on the representation and federalism, COCAP, in coordination with other NGOs at the central and local level, organized a People's Conference on this issue. There were 6 regional conferences at different parts of the country from Dhankuta to Mahendranagar. Each conference had parallel workshops on different dimensions on these issues with experts presenting their papers. This was followed by the comments from the floor and the commentators. At the end of the program, the conclusions of all parallel sessions were discussed and conclusions noted. This program saw significant participation of the local NGOs and the people from the disadvantaged communities. with the view of safeguarding the human rights, bringing the perpetrators of serious violations of human rights during the conflict period to justice, and discouraging such atrocities in future. COCAP, in coordination with other organizations involved in human rights sector, organized the International Criminal Court Week. It was the first time that COCAP had worked with some of the organizations involved in marking the week, and this helped in reducing the differences that existed between the organizations. This week was marked by organizing plays, rallies, seminars, pressuring the government to ratify the Rome Statute. Media was mobilized to create conducive environment for the ratification of the statute. One of the significant attractions of the week was the street drama presented by COCAP volunteers asking the government to ratify the statute. This drama won praises from the audience from different walks of life, and it was performed in various parts of the countries as well. COCAP had planned to monitor the Constituent Assembly elections, which was considered as the next logical step of the peace process and outlet to the aspirations of various groups and communities. It had started to monitor the abiding of the election code of conduct by various political parties. Due to the abrupt postponement of the elections, the scope and the nature of the monitoring have changed. COCAP will continue to monitor the situation for the Constituent Assembly elections until they are held. A weekly report will be published in each Nepali and English language and circulated among the members and well-wishers of the organization and also to anyone interested in them. It is noteworthy that COCAP has been true to its guiding principle to a great extent. It has the potentials to achieve even more. There is a room for improvement in the professionalism of its volunteers and staff. The documents compiled by COCAP are a good resource to study its organizational history and also to have a glimpse of the state of the country at the given time. The member organizations could also improve on the transparency of its affairs. Improvements in these areas could enhance the image of the organizations within and outside Nepal.